got. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce Chi.
Hello, my name is Chinakila. It means soft heart, but my friends call me Chi. A lot of the poems I wrote tonight are reflections of the last year that I've had. For New Year's, I went solo camping to Wilson's Promontory, which was a really beautiful experience. And I think being in nature, it shows you things about the world and yourself. Last year, my New Year's resolution was joy. And the first one is Notes of Inquiry, Joy is my guide. Joy taught me that the mountain is me. The path that starts behind a toilet stall is not ironic. Her spirit squeezes out the shit you think you want to make sure you pack light enough to hold dear the things you need. Joy taught me what it means to be in the world and not of it. The landscapes beyond me are lessons to navigate the currents which always crashed inside, while fear whispered like crackle wind between leaves and sung sweet nothings behind my ears before every destination. Joy said, Selah. To the flight of birds, the squeal of tree trunks that just want to embrace, the strength of the ocean, the rhythm of footsteps, silence, your gut. Joy taught me that fear is an old song that just isn't the same to dance to anymore. I can turn it off and let the currents sing new hymns and praise to slower tides. Joy taught me that bright things can smother you. And before you lick the gold-dripping treacles off her teeth, it is the anguish in her bright bite you must get acquainted to first. Joy taught me that it reveals itself beyond the edge, that walking up that mountain you will bruise, buckle, and give out, but only after your mind does. Joy taught me that there's wise decisions to make, to breathe, to move with ease, to wipe that spilt milk and not litter the disarray for another to clean, to breathe again. Joy taught me that I look down a lot, inside and up myself seeking answers like I'm excavating rock from my ancestors' soil. Joy taught me that this hurts your neck. Joy lifted my chin and brought my eyes up to where play is possible, pain is guaranteed, but its impact is optional, and the magic of possibility is always plausible. Joy taught me to tread life lightly, to mind your step, because one could cost a life, and yours is important, even in the silence like a tree that falls around no one. Joy showed me a clearing at a southern point where the sea and sky are one. Joy showed me what blue could be, the beginning of a crisp horizon. Joy is my guide. She sings, you will sprout again, tall, wide, mighty, and strong, a new vision for someone. Thank you. Thank you. And this next one is untitled. I felt as though I was writing a lot of poems that were very internal, which is important for reflection. But considering that tomorrow is Invasion Day, I was thinking about the state of the world, not only here, but in Sudan, in Gaza, in West Papua, in Congo, in Armenia, and every other place in the world. And I watched a movie, it's called All Things We Imagined as Light, and I see it as kind of like a journey through dream, illusion, and reality. I don't know, so that's, so this is untitled. I had a dream that when light passes, our shadow is transient. I step on the floor and my feet pool into the heat of red flesh. I had a dream that as we step through the layers of sand, in the distance is a woman of the night sky holding a knife. I had a dream that she stared at us and walked away, so I followed her as I do every woman I will ever love. It's thirsty here. I had a dream, our thirst slips to exhaustion, so I dug a hole and at the bottom was a man charging $10 for a lick. I bought 20. I had a dream, there were no more holes to lick from. A treadmill appeared, so I began to practice at the pace of a slow-moving car, the routine of woman in the village. She screams, "Tu kwacha, tu kwacha, tu kwacha." The car gets faster, her chitenge falls. I had a dream. She wrapped her child in that same cloth as their stomach wailed. She claws through sand to stop their house from falling off her shoulders. I woke up. There's a light on in Parliament. The land is black and the soil is plenty. I woke up. They took the land and shook the people. The ground reaps glory, so they ensure the feet above it are weak. I woke up. You compassed around the stream. Missiles are misused there. For some, it made their pockets heavy, and others to more permanent issues. I woke up. In the room with the light on, it smelt like blood money, and people clawed to get in. I woke up, the world is screaming, the streets are full of people tired of dreaming. And this last one is when the world pulls you up. And it was around a really hard time. My grandma was like pulling all these things out of the garden, and I was like, are we gonna throw this stuff out? And she goes, no, they're still seeds. So I kind of thought about that. And when the world pulls you up. When the world pulls you up, stomps you down, and spits you out, there will be a seed of you hanging off of life's gate with withering leaves and the kisses of dirt. It will be bulbous and strong, with roots half broken. Upon further inspection, it may be a potato, whole, wide, and plump. You will get the urge to throw them away, plant another new, shiny, tiny seed, and ask why today of all days did God decide to work in her mischievous ways. While you sit in your head, thinking those big thoughts that crowd your hands, that big and mighty seed is waiting alone for you in the grass. You will walk to the tap with the broken hose, dig yourself a new hole in that rich soil that you grow, and plant yourself again and watch it multiply. So when the world burns your house, exposes the flesh to the structure that held you once whole, you will be growing, you will be strong, somewhere else apart from, without or within, and intrinsically you will be multiplying by the bits you cannot see, but the bits you chose to believe in. Thank you. And that's all.
Thank you so much, Chi. Give it up, give it up. Wow, that was amazing. Thank you. This next poet I'd like to welcome is Nation.
Put me on the spot here. I had no idea when I was getting up. Well, yeah, my name is actually Sizwe. It's a South African Zulu name, and the meaning is nation. And yeah, it's kind of in the direction of what I like to write about, just understanding people and trying to understand myself in the process, and understanding that our nation needs healing. Our nation needs connection. Our nation needs love. I'm not only nation, we are all nation. And this is about my story. I'll just start off by saying hi. So to really live is to feel the universal spirit light up my soul until the best story can be told. To create positive change in my story, her story, his story. Collectively, we have the ability to make a difference by being the change we want to see in the world. So, when you put hi and story together, it becomes history. And that's what we're creating right now. So a simple hi can lead to a wonderful chapter in your story. Because that's how you meet people, simple hi. And that's where I learned to pay attention to all the signs, because when you meet people, you never know what you're going to get out of it. You might meet someone who's a poet and has the same vision as yours, and that begins an idea of having a spoken word event. And so this one is about paying attention to all the signs, the synchronicities. Remember to keep your eyes wide. Pay very close attention to all the signs. Remember to keep your eyes wide even when there's nothing in sight. A sign awaits in the dark to help us evolve into becoming the light. Whatever we see in a great headspace will allow all synchronicities to shine bright. When we free our mind, it brings our heads into space where the stars are in line. That's where we learn to understand the universal language. Every sign on earth can be seen from birth. Indicated in astrology, numerology, planted seeds of growth branched into many trees of serendipity, all in sync with what we see, who we meet, and what we believe. You don't have to understand or believe me. The signs are for those who dive deep into what they see. The truth can never really be told, only realized. So remember to keep your eyes wide and pay very close attention. There you may see a sign hiding in the shadow of a star. If you still don't understand me, ask yourself questions. Then look into your reflection to see exactly what you are. The best answers come from the heart. Thank you. So I've also got another one to share. Do you want to hear more about my story? I see you. You're being judgmental. See, all you see is my cover right now. You know, never judge a book by its cover. That's what I've learned. Learn about the judge who's behind that cover. Or even learn about the person who's reading that cover. And while the story unfolds, it shall connect you to a puzzle of mystery, solving a problem that will have you separating yourself from the judge to understand that strength of knowledge. That powerful force of wisdom giving you the strength to make you go out of your way to spread that message to a friend as you are no longer out to pretend. That misleading cover hiding away its sadness through its pages of madness. A book that once seemed like a mess was really leading you to a chapter of opening up your heart to make you realize how much we are all blessed. Each and every single one of us. And last but not least, this has been a topic that's been on my mind a lot because there's a lot of misunderstandings and, you know, every perception, reality is an individual's perception. So when you hear stories, when people make assumptions, you know, to understand others, you must first understand yourself. Think about a time you felt you were misunderstood. Did it make you angry or did it make you learn what it should? Take care of your energy so you can see how life is meant to be. A negative can turn into a positive with positivity, good energy. On the other hand, a positive can turn into a negative with bad energy. Be aware and know when to step away from that negativity so you don't turn into your own worst, deep enemy. Life should be about having fun. Positive vibrations can help us all unite and become one. We can all heal when we are real and deep. It's time to be about love and say goodbye to all the sheep. Do you want one more? See, a perspective can be effective only when people are open-minded and reflective, selective and open to learning and understanding another side to a story. How can we build better chemistry? A perspective is effective only when people are open-minded and reflective, selective and open to learning and hearing another side to a story. How can we build better chemistry? What are we achieving when we are spreading gossip behind each other's backs? All these backstabbing attacks, turn it all around and talk in front of each other to find out the potential leading facts. You see, a contradiction can also be seen as addiction. It's time to look in the mirror instead of pointing fingers. Let's do our best to not be like the rest. Why not keep an open mind and show some respect for each other's differences? I mean, how can we be in someone's business when we weren't even really there to witness? See, to try to make sense out of what I believe when I see you is my point of view. However, to not know the full story makes me question what is false and what is true. Something our mind creates from what we see. Could this be that every single human on this planet are all artists? I mean, to make something up out of nothing is something our minds started. Pay very close attention to your own thoughts. Our minds has puzzles of all sorts. To add these pieces together, we must work as a team by communicating and trusting one another. But unfortunately, there are a lot of snakes. To trust can also draw up a lot of pain from mistakes, especially what our mind creates and how another person's opinion manipulates. Don't be fooled and concentrate before it's far too late and it gets to a point where you feel it intimidates or humiliates. Don't believe what a hater might tell you about yourself. It's just a reflection of the pain and suffering they have within themselves. Know thyself. Focus on what you know is true, and then your mental health will surely improve. To make an assumption from your own perception is a mistake without a question. To only learn about his or her side of the story, why should we believe it to be the truth without hearing my story too? Without stories coming together, it creates history after working out a mystery. From one perception to another, from two sides of the story to three, from what we thought we knew to what we now believe. There's your side, there's my side, and there's a truth. It's all hidden until there's evidence to prove. All pieces coming together when I hear from you and you hear my side to see what we can agree on, or can approve or disagree. We can agree to disagree and still get along. The story never really ends. It unfolds by what we learn as it's told. Peace and love.
Thank you so much, Nation. Give it up, give it up. All right. We're going to give an opportunity for open mic, if anyone wants to step up. Otherwise, we can go into a brief intermission. Oh, yeah? Hannah? You got this.
Okay. My name is Hannah, and it's crazy. So my art is actually on the wall here. And I actually want to read the poem that I have on the wall. It's like, I almost didn't put it there because it's very intimate and very exposing, I feel like. But it is meant to correspond with this portrait that is called Shame, and this poem is called Shame. So excuse me, I'm gonna turn my back to you so I can read it, but yeah, conveniently. Shame. When I wake up, you pour salt in my eyes to remind me I can never fall in love. When I tell you I'm creating a life for myself, you pay more attention to my dog. I am shamed when I study for what I like, when I choose for myself, when I take longer than you'd expect, when I leave too fast to get away, when I stay inside because I am sick, when I take time to heal, when I alter my life to work for me better, I am shamed. When I work for fun, when I am too serious, when I make bad decisions, but especially when I make good ones. When my hair is locked, when my hair is short, when my hair is red and not black, when it is not straight and not long, shame. I am shame. It is almost like the nickname I have had my whole life. It doesn't matter if I'm good or bad. My name was Shame, but I'm here to say that she has died. My name is anger, success, and power. I know you may never call me by my name and that you only know me as Shame. But no, I know that it is only because it is your name too. Thank you. I've got one more. And it's called, it's untitled, but I think it would be called Disappointment. All very grey, but it makes you feel good, trust me. Disappointment doesn't taste like anything anymore. You fed it to me enough that my tongue is now dull. It was lulled asleep by your attempts so weak to appease me. Though I look down on your options and choices, I still worry about if my love confession will give you a heart attack. And that's to do with family and sexuality and being yourself, but wondering if that will ever be accepted or if it's even worth trying, you know. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Hannah. Thank you. You have nothing to be ashamed of. We love you. Does anyone else want to stand up to the mic at all before we go to an intermission? All right. Not me. I'm not as good as you. No way. So we'll have like a little 5-10 minute break. We can mingle and stuff. Stay in the space around here. If you need to go to toilet, holler at me or Conker. Yeah. And we'll come back to it.
Thank you. How's this place? This place is amazing, yeah? Gee whiz, last time we did this at the back of the restaurant. So my name is Charles. I come from a place called South Africa. And I'm going to do a piece for you. It's called Shadows on the Wall. Now, growing up in South Africa, I saw some stuff. Coming from an African country, I suppose you would have seen some stuff as well. So if it gets a bit too dark for you, just look at this light. Shadows on the wall, black spots on a ball. Everybody turns around and sees nothing at all. A newborn in Israel's eyes shut for fear of birth. Vietnamese dress measured more than their worth. A toddler walks down the cracks of an alley, pacing faster amid broken glass and wet tar. A car drives by from a faraway place where they wait many moons to see their dad's face. The light hindered by nuclear weaponry, the darkness swallows rompers filled with excretion containing radiation. A conversation interrupted by the pattern on the wall increasing in size. A rise leads to a fall. Drop to the ground, hear nothing but a whisper. The breeze lingers in the auditory canal. Then comes the smell of the flesh, scorched 10 times more than the thought of fornication with Satan's whore. Thank you. That was it. So you can also find me on Instagram. My surname is MEI, and I didn't buy all of those followers. A good thing happened to me about 4 years ago. I posted up some poetry, and I went viral. So I went from like 200 followers up to 1,000, 1,500. So yeah, I didn't buy the followers. So
How many followers?
yeah, so the next one is for the woman. I'm not trying to score brownie points. But yeah, so this one is about, so my grandmother died from breast cancer, right? And so I was lucky enough to be asked to perform at a breast cancer awareness week back in South Africa. So I performed in front of like 1,000 people. It was this massive event at a park. So I hope you like it. There's a part of it in the end where I'll need you to snap your fingers with me. So I will give you the rhythm. You bore me. The cure of the cause is the fact that I'm nauseous with love. For honor of calling you mother, pink is the color of pride unified with vigor. To many who have fallen prey to illness, the will of a woman equals the tears of her children, crying for joy of overcoming, walking then running into arms as warm as the smile of a sweating mother, holding her newborn, sworn to life of upbringing, birds singing songs, the soliloquies of God's creation, watering a dry nation, the soil fertile, only sons proclaim it with a fist in anger. From the blue waters of Durban to the parched sands of Stanger, we pay homage to the bloodline that's come before us, and to the woman of today, keep your faith strong, given to you by God. There's something in your eyes, God has shed a tear for you. There's something special about this lady, I feel your pain, yeah. This is for the woman. Thank you very much, everyone. Have yourself a good night.
So much, man. Thank you, Charles. Give it up. I'd like to welcome Jiddu the Creative. Oh, okay. You mind? Oh, yeah, Faris, let's go.
Thanks, everyone. Well, hello, my name is Faris, and well, today I'm a poet. I'm here to encourage you to write poetry. It doesn't matter if it's wrong, just write poetry. Because if you left writing poetry, your soul will be left right in poetry. So write poetry. Speak up. Not just with your voice. You can speak up with your signs and solid words, with your ink and metaphors, with white wings or devil horns. You can speak up. You see, power and fear, they are partners in crime. Because when your spirit is broken, your mind will be broken too. Power kicked the door open, and that's how fear broke into. After that, people get divided and they can be broke into. One, you think you're mentally broken. Two, you think you're the king and you're broken too. But you're not your brother, he's raw. Maybe that's why you can't be raw king too. And you can't always blame the devil, because sometimes the devil is not the devious. He knows the consequence of disobedience, and yet there are good people who smile and hide the truth behind their tears, but the devious of all, who smile and hide the truth behind their beards. So speak up. And who told you you must only speak when you're spoken to? Who told you your hands must be folded, your heads must be bowed deep inside, you must hold it? Who told you you're not allowed? Was it the mirage of fear or a real danger? Was it someone you hold dear or a complete stranger? Look, allow me to make it emphatically clear. Our freedom of expression was inherited by the sweet virtue of a natural endowment since the day we were born, since we took that first breath. Everybody with me? Have you noticed these lungs just love to inhale this unslaved free air, then from the depth of your depth, exhale. Many voices, harmony, and noises all traveling there. From your epicenter, volcano vocal cords are quivering the rips. Between tongue and teeth, a tune fluently slips, passing Adam and Eve in those scarlet lips. Since the first couple creations behold that first eclipse, until the universe's bubble explodes, that final apocalypse. So speak up, because every time I do, I can feel the heat melt in the middle of my chest. More heat than volcanoes speak up on the top of the mountains. I can shout the truth and shower the whole field with fire, and I can hear it. If you listen to the silence, you could hear it. I can hear the multi-million melodies melting the metal, molding my poetry, making it possible for me to see the morning beyond the moonlight. That's the miracle of poetry. And I can hear it. I said I can hear it. See, I can hear the multi-million melodies melting the metal, molding my poetry, making it possible for me to see the morning beyond the moonlight. It's the miracle of poetry. That is the miracle of poetry. You see, hey, I wanted to travel, so let the journey unravel from the United States of unfairness to a higher level of awareness. So you need to move up in that ladder. And always keep in mind, speak up. Thank you. I can see God's premises. A bunch of disabled disciples in a broken Ephesus. Getting darker and darker with the left genesis, so let me light it up with the right emphasis. I'm fighting ignorance, a weak nemesis. I'm lightning striking on a static antithesis. You see, they told us our differences will break us, so we better hide it. Nah, our diversity is the one that will get us united. Because in the beginning was the word God, and God is the ultimate force, and religions are just different fountains falling down from the same source, of course. No matter where you go, be proud of who you are. So keep that and hold it dear to your heart. And always remember, be proud of your skin tone. Be proud of your skin tone. You live long. It's never been wrong, you see. Positive and negative. I say, be proud of your skin tone. You live long. It's never been wrong, you see. Positive and negative bring back balance to the core like a neutron. And we're all the same on different levels like an electron. So we're coming home, humble, connecting every shade of color on the spectrum. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Faris. Thank you. That was amazing. Thank you. Before we go to another intermission, another chance for open mic, I'd like to maybe welcome Elisea.
Hello, everyone. I am Elisea. I'm not going to give too much context. I've got a few poems, some short and some longer. Bear with me. This is my first time doing this. The first one's called Complacency. Dreams of days devoid of vices left unchecked. It's a short one. Perseverance. With blocked ears and blind eyes, with tense fists and stifled cries, with a hopeful heart and fitful highs, she swept through life, hoping to rise. Starved. Your bones, like trophies on your skin, poke and protrude through the milkiness of your hue. Triggered. I see her face in yours, like a memory, your eyes open doors. Moments left behind flurry through my mind. I am paralyzed. Infinite. I need you to know that I am so lucky to have known you, to have loved you, to have held you. I need you to know that no matter what, I'll crave you, I'll miss you, I'll love you. Forgotten. The flutter of motion of people of time, whisking by as I sit idly. A fog on the edges of my sight, in the corners of my soul, creeping in, delighting in my inability to move. Pause, they say. Sit, they whisper. Watch, they urge. The flutter of motion of people of time, as if I am no longer there, as if I don't exist. They accelerate, accumulate, proliferate. Paranoid. I feel her yet, a weight so pressed into my soul, a knife about to slice my gentle flesh each time I divert from her heated gaze. Heavens above, hide me from her, hide me from this splinter tearing at my core, hide me from this lack of air, hide me, heavens above, hear my plea. I'm not asking why she left, because I feel her yet. I'm asking why she stayed, why does she linger, lingering like a stain? It is silence that I crave. Yet her whispers tease my ears each day. Sweet, mournful lullabies feed and ferment. Thank you.
That was amazing. We look forward to having you here soon again. So if there's no one else for the open mic, we might get into the intermission if anyone wants to. Anyone at all? Andrew. Welcome, Andrew.
Killing me already. I'm going to put this up here because I'm not used to this whole mic thing, so I don't even know how you put this in here. bro. Can you help me, please? Help my brother out, man. Thank you. All right. I wrote this ages ago. I actually went through notes, and I was telling Faris actually outside, when you opened up open mic before, my heart was beating like crazy. All I could hear, boom, 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 boom. The nerves kicking in. So anybody that's new to this, trust me, I feel it. I give praise to everybody that does this. But anywho, I'll speak it. So I wrote this out over a beat, but I'll speak it. So here we go. Living it, feeling magnificent. Do I be wishing it be different? Holy damn, the good vibes are kicking in. You reach the top, can you let me in? Support each other and those in need. Let's reel them in. Opportunities got me grateful. Hopefully I see a win. Was told I'd lose ever since I let this begin. Can see the insecurities of those that have within. Their personality splitting like their decisions. Don't let bad days cloud your visions. Give your feedback to when they say, now you listen. Impact those around you and improve on what you know is missing. Change your perspective to open thinking. Don't settle for less. To be comfortable is nice, but you lose a bit of that depth. In the ability to do and get better and have them connect. It's funny how the freedom of speech is filtered through what is politically correct. I go beyond what is required. Small fish, big pond. In this world, I'm inspired by my surroundings. And me, I am still in pursuit of the odds I'm defying. Worlds like a jungle, cat and mouse are like gazelle and lion. Prey or predator. If you have a goal, be persistent, don't let it up. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. Don't forget that part. Hard work and play add the two halves. When persistent, But anyways, when persistent and committed, you'll give true heart. Staying dedicated is like an art. It can seem hard, especially at the start. But the way that you feel when you see it through, it separates us apart. When they try to bring us down, just look at them and laugh. Stay on your grind. This can mean anything from you lose sleep to you lose your time. But once you get ahead, you look back and see everything that's behind. Yeah.